Can you hear me now? Okay. Awesome. Hey, Kate.
Hello.
Hi. Karen's picture. There's Jessica. Megan, how's Marco Island?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We just got here this morning. We've been up since 3 a.m. So tired.
I'm so sorry.
But it's amazing. It's so awesome. I love this place.
Yeah, I know. It's so nice there. Good. I hope you guys have good weather for the week.
84 every day.
Sweet. That works. All right. Okay, I'm gonna mute everybody except, actually, if you can all just mute yourselves because I wanna unmute Kate. Okay, there we go. All right, make sure you're recording. Okay, good. So thanks for coming and joining us, Kate. I appreciate it. And I'm sure some other people are going to be hopping on as we go. So I got to meet Kate at a VIP event at convention. We were both senior Ruby at the time, and Kate went Emerald in June, and then I did the following month. And she has had some great momentum, so I wanted to have her hop on, kind of share what's going on with her team, share her story, a little bit about what she does each day to work her business, and we'll go from there, and we can ask questions if we have any. Sound good?
Hello, everybody. As Kate said, we kind of started, we had a connection because both of our names are Kate, so it was kind of fun too when Beth introduced us at convention this year. It was really fun. Yep, don't mind me. I'm a hot mess today. We had a UFC fight last night at our house. It was a super late night, and then we were doing chores around the house today. So I'm in my sweats and my sweatshirt right now, and we're winding down for the night. I know I like to see Megan's in bed, so that's good for me. This is my kind of Zoom call. Anyways, so I have been doing Plexus. In January will be 3 years, and I originally started because my pants were getting tighter. And I turned 30, and 6 months later in November, my pants were getting tighter, and I just wasn't feeling good, and I was not the mom that I was wanting to be. I was working some crazy shifts at the hospital, and my life had kind of been in an uproar for a year and a half. And so I saw my upline, Kristen, posting on Facebook about, she was just very raw and basic, and basically that she just got into it to lose weight. That's all she knew about it. She started to lose weight, and I just reached out to her. I started in November, but I just took the slim, and I was not consistent. And then in January 1st, Plexus held a join fee special, and the join fee was paid. And so she messaged me and said, hey, I think that you should do this because I think if you do the $34.95, you're going to be more consistent. And so that's kind of where I started. In January, I ordered the triplex as a wholesaler, and it was only for wholesale. I was never going to sell it. I was never going to share it. You know, like probably every single person on this call, we don't have any interest in, MLMs or selling or anything, but Plexus sells itself. And I eventually started feeling amazing and had the energy, and I had people asking about it. So it took me 5 months to go silver. And then Kristen called me her snail, just because I was not I was not a runner. I didn't see the vision yet. I just kind of was just talking about it every once in a while. I never hardly ever posted on Facebook. Is what helped me in my vision and kept me going. I believe I give it 100% to Amanda Anderson. She's actually my level 1, and she got me to go silver in May. She's my third person I signed up. Has been my entire life. But Amanda hit the ground running as soon as she signed up, and she smoked it. Within a year of signing up, she went Emerald and just blew me away. And so she was my momentum to keep going, because I'm like, okay, I have this downline. I have to do something with her. Kristen kind of helped me along the way, but I know that that's not realistic for most people to sign somebody and have them be their runner. It's not realistic. I don't like to talk about it a lot because it's not what everybody else's team is like or their culture is like. I appreciate everything Amanda does for me. I appreciate her points. I appreciate her team, but she literally hit the ground and ran. And it was like overwhelming for me at first because I was not prepared for it. But yeah, so I met last year in October. I had met Kate, or in May I met Kate. And then at October of last year at Leaders Retreat, I was Senior Gold points. I had been Ruby, but I had lost to Senior Gold. And last October was the re-rank. And so I was bound and determined to get back to Ruby so I could get that bonus again. And that was finally when I think I drew the line in the sand. Like, I had an awesome month. I hit Ruby again. I had enough people signed 13 that month. And so if I would have got them qualified, I would have gone Senior Ruby as well. But it kind of just opened my eyes, and it made me realize that if I can do this in 1 month and I can put that vision out there and know that, hey, I want that re-rank. If I put a goal out there and I was able to achieve it, then what else am I able to achieve? And that was kind of when everything switched for me. And it's hard to say that because you guys are probably thinking, well, gosh, you were Ruby and you didn't even see the vision yet. But I was slowly adding people, but it took me 2.5 years to go Emerald, and everybody has their different paths, and nobody's just because they're quicker, does not make them better. Or just if you're in it for 5 years, that does not make you any less of a leader or a Plexus ambassador. I have been doing my job as an X-ray tech, and I've been doing it for 10 years now. And I, in less than 3 years of Plexus, make way more than I ever would have at my real job. And so that's the kind of vision like I always try to be happy about and be blessed with, because I would not be where I am today without Plexus. So everybody goes at their own pace, and just know that your pace is the correct pace. It's correct for you. You can't have somebody else can't tell you what to do. Somebody else can't compare their journey, because we all have different walks of life. We all have different paths that we lead. But I was going to hop on. I have some notes just so I know what to talk about. But Kate had asked if I just want to talk about like my daily activity. I love to post on Facebook. One of my biggest things that I've done in the last 2 weeks is I have set Facebook lists on my Facebook. And so I can choose who I want my post to go to. And so it's a new thing on Facebook. I just learned about it. I'm not very tech savvy, but from a desktop, you can go in and make different lists. And so like I made a list that has it's called Plexus Potentials. And it's everybody that I've ever thought Plexus could touch, or I've talked to about Plexus, or they've commented on my posts. And then I made a list that said it is non-Plexus. And so it's people I've never, ever talked to about. I also made a list it's called Skid Peeps. My youngest was born with a rare disorder. And so I have a lot of connections with it's called Skid, but with those people. So I have one that's just for Skid Peeps. And so I post more of probiotics and kids multivitamins and stuff that ranges towards kids on just for them to see. And it's really neat because then nobody else can see it. Like all my Plexus friends, sorry to everybody that follows me, but I'm not always filling up my newsfeed with only Plexus, because it's only going to certain people, and it's really fun, and it's really neat just to get that interaction and to make sure that those people are seeing my posts. And so that's been a new thing for me, and it's worked out really, really well. I've had a lot of people comment on my posts, and I've had some people message me about them. And I think what happens is that some people don't ever see our Facebook posts. And so we might be posting 2 to 3 times a day, but people aren't seeing that. And so when you capitalize on who is going to see it and the different people, it takes away from a big group of people that would normally see it, that are already Plexus users or have already told you, no, I don't want to. So that's been a really big thing for me. Another thing that I absolutely love to do, and it's very rare, is I love to cold message. I've always been a cold message person. I've always really, really enjoyed it. I keep it simple. And I always end it with a question. Sometimes I will say, hey, Sarah, how is everything? I love seeing all your pictures of your kiddos on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen my Plexus post. Have you ever tried it? And then I leave it with a question. Sometimes I get people that respond back, no, I haven't tried it, but I have seen it. Or yes, I have tried it, because, there are people that reach out to them. And then sometimes I don't get anything at all. And that's okay. It's okay to not get anything at all. It takes a lot of no's to get to yes. And just because somebody doesn't respond either, it doesn't mean that I just take them off my list and I don't ever come back to them. I have a little on my Frank's list. I have it all typed out on a sheet. And so I just carry this with me. It's on my desk, but I carry it with me, and then I write dates on it. I don't know if you could see, but I write dates when I talk to them, and then they're highlighted as when I get them. But then I go back through and I know, okay, well, I haven't talked to this person in, 6 months, or reached out to them in 6 months. Or I'll make notes like, yes, she was interested in in a sample. And so I make notes that I send her a sample. And it's just following up with people. Just because they say no once does not mean that they will never come back to you. I have a lot of people in the last 6 months that 2 years later have finally decided, okay, I'm going to try Plexus. Like, this crazy lady is not going anywhere. She's still talking Plexus. There might be something to this. And so that's really neat to see, and then to be able to cross them off your list. I know some people tell you to update your list and take them off of your list, but I'm a firm believer that if you have them on your list and you have them highlighted, you can see all the people that you've added to your, from your list to your team. And it's really just very rewarding to when you go through that list. It's just not all these people that you want on your team. It's, oh, she ordered. Okay. And she's still doing it. Or this next page, this person ordered. And it's just that reassurance that there are, you can get people from your Franks list. And it's just not a piece of paper with, 20 names or 100 names on it. Another thing that I like to post every day, and I like to reach out to 2 people every single day. My team this month, I've always done it, but I just did not. I have a lot of issues with some duplication on my outside leg. I just got my first gold this last month. And so I've always, in my head, I always thought I can do this myself. If I have to get 100 level 1s, I can get 100 level 1s. It's not my upline's fault. It's not my downline's fault. It's not my sideline sister's fault. It's my business. And if I want my team to grow, I need to add people every single month. And so the duplication is coming. It's happening, but it's not an easy thing to do. So know that that's not what it is. If you continue to add, eventually you will get that one person that goes with you and that wants it. Like I said, I just got my first gold ambassador on my outside leg. And so it's doable. But I was noticing that I didn't think my team was doing a lot of IPA. And what one person thinks is IPA could just be scrolling through Facebook and commenting, and they think that's IPA. And so this month I started an IPA chat. There's 15 people that I chose, levels 1 through 3 on my team and on my outside leg. And every day it's on a Facebook message. People have to check in, and it's 2 posts. One of them's Facebook, one's Plexus, one's personal. And it's reaching out to 2 brand new people every single day. And you have to comment when you're done. And if you do not comment for 2 days, you're taken out of the group. And that is set up front. And that has been really good. I know we're on day 5, but every people are holding each other accountable. And when you see somebody say, oh, I'm done for the day, I have 2 posts done, and I've reached out to my 2 people, everybody's like, well, God, wait, it's 12 o'clock. I need to go and I need to do it. And it keeps people going. It keeps people accountable. And it's super fun. We've had people relay messages back and forth, or ask, okay, this is what somebody said to me, what would you do? And it's building that team bond. And so if you have a large team, I would recommend doing it. It's super fun. I was worried to do it at first, but it's so neat. And all of these people on this group, these 15 people, are having conversations with each other, and they might not even know each other. We're not all on the same team. Some are my downline, some are my levels 1s and 2s and 3s, but the 3s are not necessarily from the same team. And so it's fun to have these people build relationships and be able to talk to each other about Plexus, and not just always be reaching out to, they're not always just going to me, or they're not, you're not always just going to Kate. You have this group that you can go to and run ideas off. And it's been really, really good. Even if you're a gold, how many people are golds on here? Are there any golds? There's some golds. Yeah. So you have a lot of people on your team. I don't know how many golds on your team, Kate, or what's your guys's, what are your guys's ranks?
So I just got my first gem. Jessica, she's on here.
Okay.
Just wave your hand. She's Ruby. She went Ruby. And then Karen is gold. Megan is gold. Nikki is gold. She's on here. Emily Morgan said, I don't think she's on here. Margosian, she is senior gold. And then Nicole is gold. So I have a couple. I have 2 senior golds, a ruby, and then I think 5 golds.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
That is super awesome. So the IPA chat would work wonders, but I'm super into it right now. And I think it's been a great accountability for our group. I have everybody like will message me separately and say, this is so amazing. I love it. I love the ideas. And then there's so many people on there that are saying, oh my gosh, I thought I was doing IPA every single day and I'm not.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. So we actually just started an IPA challenge today, and most of the people that are on here are on that, and we are doing like cold messaging and working on cold messaging and different ideas and watching it like a very short training and then like trying that out. We set a goal of 5 people per day. But what kind of like ideas are you giving people for their reach outs? Like, are you doing anything or just saying reach out?
Just saying reach out. And it can be follow up is always done on Friday, but it's just going through. I posted a video. It was Melissa Eichenhorst and Abert. I forget what her first name is. Kristen Abert. Yeah. And they talked about doing an IPA chat. And so I posted that the very first day. I can send you the link, Kate, to which video I used, but it just talks about what they are doing every single day. And then I also posted a couple videos on Frank's List, because I do have some people on there that are just silver and that are just signed in the last like 6 months, and they might not know what a Frank's List is. And so I just tell them, go through your Frank's List and reach out to those people, the chicken people, the people that are on that Frank's List, but you have not even a year later reached out to because you're chicken to reach out to them. You are worried about what they are going to say. Those are the people that we need to reach out to every day. We need to do something that makes us uneasy, because if we're comfortable, we're not going to grow at all. It's stepping out of the comfort zone. And yesterday was one of mine, and it was one that I'm chicken. I've known her forever. She's a super cool person. She has huge potential, but I'm a chicken. I have her sister-in-law on my team. I have her sister-in-law and that girl's 2 sisters. And I just messaged her and I was like, Lacey, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a total chicken, and I don't know, you scare me to reach out to you. I'm like, but I want, like, have you ever tried Plexus? Are you ready to try Plexus yet? And she's like, maybe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I waited for years to message you because I'm worried about what you're going to think. And she's a twig and she's active and she rides horses. And I'm like, she doesn't need this. And she's like, I'm tired all the time. I'm like, okay. But it was just getting, and so I put that in my IPA chat. You guys, I just messaged somebody that was on my chicken list for 3 years almost now. And she said she might be interested. A lot of times we will do, I will say, if they say, no, I've never tried it, I'll say, can I send you a sample? Because people like free stuff. And it's a write-off for a lot of us. If you buy a bag, that's 30 people that you could send a sample to if you needed to. And it's just getting it in their hands and getting them to try it. And I feel like once you open that door and you allow somebody to try it, then that relationship is there and you can go back and forth. Even in 6 months, if they still haven't tried it, say, hey, I know you tried that sample, are you ready yet? But it's just being very vulnerable. And every person, I don't ever send the same message to every person. I try to make it personable and talk to them and not just say, hey, are you ready to try Plexus? Like we can't be salesy. You have to have that, say, talk about their kids. Also, make sure you go and comment on people's Facebook posts and like it and engage in it. Build that relationship before you try to sell them something, because nowadays everybody is trying to sell somebody something on Facebook. It's leggings, it's face wash, it's, candles, it's something. And so we have to stick out and people have to want to buy from us. And if we are just come across as salesy, then if they do buy from us, how are we going to have that relationship as having them on our team? Like teams are relationships, and that's where it goes. Hold on real quick. Oh, see, out of here. You want to say hi real quick? Say hi. Okay. Go talk to Daddy.
Mom life.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I'm sorry.
Girl, don't be sorry. We all have kids. Most of us. The 90%.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry.
Okay. Come here. Okay. She hasn't been feeling good. So, but yeah, so just be real and be honest on your cold messages and make sure that, you're personable. You want people to relate to you. If they can't relate to you, then they might order for a month or two, but they're never going to continue to order, and they're never going to trust you as a person, and you're never going to build that deep, that bond that you need to have to. I am lucky because I also have a huge network. My husband rodeoed for most of his, adult life, and through junior high and high school. Okay, out of here, Elsa. Okay. Love you. And so we have a very big, strong network. I also was, when I started my Facebook page, we had a shared Facebook page. So I have a lot of people that were, his people, that because it was a Justin Kate Brooks Facebook page, we became friends on Facebook. And I have a lot of people from them on my team. I also have, I played sports in college, so I have a huge network. But I have people on my team that have 300 friends, and they're silver, and they're going for gold. And they're it doesn't matter. I just got lucky because I have this huge network. But I've noticed too that I will message people, and they've already been reached out to, because there are people in all walks of life that do Plexus. And just because we don't know that, never miss your opportunity to talk to people about it, because everybody's doing it now, and everybody's talking about it. Definitely. My follow-up, I was going to talk to you about my follow-up system, because I'm kind of an OCD person. This planner right here, that has saved my life, my business, and my people that continue to order, my convenience orders. I have like a 75% rate of people turning on their convenience order, because I'm super anal. I send out a very detailed message to people. It's just step by step, and I express to them beforehand about the convenience order. Don't let it scare you, but you need this. But when somebody orders, the day they order, so if somebody was to order today, I would write in my planner on Sunday, November 5th, Kate ordered. And then that same exact moment, I would go to Wednesday, check Kate. And then I would check with Kate on Wednesday. And I'd say, hey, Kate, you should be getting your products anytime. Have they arrived? No, they haven't arrived yet. I'm still waiting. Okay, you let me know when they get there, because I want to know the day you start, and I want to be able to, talk you through it. The day she gets her products, she lets me know that she gets her products, and then I send her how to take them. I used to do it the day they ordered, but then a week would go by, and then they're just getting them, they're just getting open, and they're like, I don't know what I did with those instructions. Wait until they get them in hand and they're ready to start, and give it to them so they're fresh, and then they get excited and they can read it, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this tomorrow morning. So say Kate says, yep, I'm starting tomorrow morning. So Thursday she's starting. I write on Thursday the 9th, Kate's starting. I flip my planner to the next Thursday, Kate 1 week, flip it to the following week, Kate's 2 weeks, flip it, Kate 3 weeks, all the way up until 8 weeks. It takes me a matter of 2 minutes to write every single week when that person, how far along they are. I ask questions. The first 4 weeks, I ask questions. Are you getting in a good routine with your products? Are you pooping enough? Are you drinking enough water? There's certain questions that I ask each week for the first 4 weeks. If 1 week in, they're having a lot of die-off, then I start to reach out to them a couple times a week, and I will write on that, Kate, bad die-off. So instead of Thursday, then I'll go to Monday, and I just have it in my planner. So when I flip my day, I have, like right now, I have Marlene 4 weeks for today. I check in with her. Marlene, you're at 4 weeks, how's the pooping going? I knew she was having issues with pooping. Cross her off when I talk to her. But it takes 2 minutes to follow up with them. And if we can get people through the 8 weeks, which is 60 days, and they're continuing to like it, then we have a better chance of them going on and continuing to order. But if we just let them start and then have them drop off the radar and we don't ever check in with them, they don't know what they're expecting. They might think they're dying. I mean, my mother-in-law started, she just now ordered. That's a whole different story. But she literally thought she had the flu. She was going to go to the emergency room. She's like, I cannot get off the toilet. I am peeing out of my butt, and this is not normal. I'm like, no, it's detox. You're fine. You're 62 years old. You eat crap, you drink soda, you eat candy. You're going to have detox. And she literally thought she was dying. And it was funny to me because she's my mother-in-law, and I love her, and we have a really good relationship. But if I didn't follow up with her and I did not check in with her, she would have stopped the products. It's all, you work so hard to get people to sign up on your team. Why would you let them go as soon as, cold messaging, follow-up is at the very top. If you don't do anything else in your business, those golds, those senior golds, the rubies, you guys are still making good money. But if you continue to follow up, that is the main key. When somebody says, thank you for reaching out and checking in with me, like, what what are you supposed to do? You go back to your doctor and follow up with them if you get put on new medicine. Like you can't just give these people products and say, peace out, I'm done. You know, that just shows that you just wanted their money and you're not really into it and caring for them. So you have to do the follow-up. That is my main thing. And it literally has changed my Plexus business. And we were in Orlando. I sat with my level 1 and then my actual like 2 uplines. And they were asking me about follow-up, and I told them, and they're like, we have no system in follow-up. My level 1 has written out when convenience orders go out, and she would check in with them before a convenience order goes out. I said, why would you do that? You're like basically asking if they want to stop right before their convenience order is going out. If they don't reach out to you and don't ask you to, you know, we want to stop this, or don't tell you that they're going to quit, or they don't go and do it themselves, why would you ask them, oh, your products are coming tomorrow, you know, are you ready for another month? We don't ask that. We want those orders to ship out. We want to get it in their hands because we want them to continue. But no, you know, that is key. This planner thing saved my life. And so you bet your butt I worked my butt off to get the planner from Plexus that they were offering. And I'm still pushing it for my team because literally the planner has saved my life. Also, the first time that I did for the IPA chat this month, I have a big calendar in my office, and I watched a call or a little quick video about it, but somebody had just printed out like a November calendar, and they went through and wrote the 2 people that they're going to reach out to every single day. And so, you know, like tomorrow, I already know who I'm going to reach out to, and that will save me time. It'll say, nope, you wrote those people down. You are going to reach out to them. What else? I'll get your towel in a second when I'm done, okay? Bath time. So it just puts that, you know, it's a no guts, no glory. If you put their name, I went through my Frank list, people that I have not reached out to, and I wrote them down, and those are who I'm going to message every single day with my team. And, you know, you have to be a product of the product, and you have to show your team that you're continuing to do it. If you have team pages and you're not welcoming new people on there, your team knows that you're not adding people to your, you know, to your organization. And when you don't, hold on one second, I'm gonna, what? Go talk to daddy, please. Go talk to daddy, please. These kids are driving me. It's 6:30 here, so it's like that time, bedtime. It's crazy, but I'm sorry, but I see you smile. You guys are moms, but you just have to continue doing that every single day, and you have to continue to have your goals, have them taped up. You know, I have goals taped up above my office right here of what you want. You need to strive to be the leader that you want to be, but you have to do that, and by you doing it, you're going to motivate your team to continue to do it. And when your team sees you add somebody else, or they, you know, if somebody on your team gets Club 700, you scream it from the rooftops, and you do a post and you say, yay, Kate got, you know, Club 700. She's leading by example. Let your team know that you're doing it and you are wanting it. And you know, you're just not riding the pig off the backs of them, that you're actually working this business inside and out every single day.
Absolutely.
Every single day.
Yeah. That's so important. One of the things we have a no card system that we use. My follow-up's been really, really tight, and that's something I talk to my team about all the time because it's so important. I think getting customers and getting teammates to join us is the easy part. So I like what you said about, like, you know, now that they're with you, this is the time where you have to work, you know what I mean? And make sure that they're taking the products consistently. They know what they're doing. When they join our team, they are on the team pages and welcomed, and they know what the resources are. So I love that. The other thing that I just wanted to talk about real quick is we've definitely done Facebook lists, but one of the points that you came up with, which I thought was pretty cool, was that, like, you even broke it down more into like subcategories, like the skin, you know, the group that has, you know, for the skin issue that your daughter has. Like, nobody else can see that, correct?
Nobody else. Only the people I put into that group.
Do you have to worry about compliance?
I don't know if I have to worry about compliance with that. Okay. I think I can, because I don't think that they can get into my, I don't know how they would.
Yeah.
But I'm not tech savvy, so I don't know what they have the capabilities of doing.
Yeah, because I'm like a huge stickler about compliance, just because I got my website shut down for like 24 hours once. I don't even remember what it was about. It wasn't something like blatantly non-compliant, but it's just something that I'm just like protective of because I don't want other people to have to like experience that stuff. So, but I didn't know. But I think that that is a super good point because a lot of the people that are on this Zoom post regularly, they're branding themselves, they're talking about these things. But I think that one of the problems is that people who have not tried Plexus or who aren't on our team are not seeing these posts. So might be something to think about, guys, to go through your Facebooks and kind of make those lists and actively, you know, be doing your Frank's list. We definitely have tried the calendar thing where we put the 2 names on the date. That can help with accountability. And I hope that our IPA chat that we're doing right now will help a lot of us, you know, just hold each other accountable. Any other questions that you have for Kate?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mike.
I feel like this magic message is awesome, and I've heard it before, but like it seems to be product driven. So how can we make it opportunity driven? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like have people reaching out to them more about the business?
Well, like because we say, have you ever tried Plexus? And then they say no, and then our follow up could be like, you know, about the whole. You know, I'm going to send you information or whatnot, but how can we make it opportunity driven? Do you ever make any of those cold messages completely opportunity driven? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sometimes I do. There are, you know, when I follow people on Facebook or I see people commenting or like it just out and about, even just talking to people when they mention money or people struggle about money. I mean, not a lot of people talk about it, but people do like let everything loose on Facebook sometimes. And then they will say like, you know, just about bills or dreading Christmas shopping. Like that's a great one that people are going to be posting now is how they're dreading Christmas shopping and the money that's going to be going out. And I have reached out to a couple people that I have known. One of them was a single mom and I've known her for a while. And I just was very honest with her. And I said, hey, you know, listen, her name's Kate also, but I said, hey, Kate, I said, you know, I know that you see my Plexus post. I know that you know I love Plexus. And I think that you should take these products, but I also want to one day talk to you about the business opportunity because it has changed my life. But you can't say that to everybody. You have to pick and choose who you're going to say it to. Like I said, she was a good friend. I was able to talk about money, but money is something that you have to walk shallow ground with because you don't know what their history is. You don't know what they're up against. You don't know their financial issues. And so it's a very hard struggle with that. I don't really talk a lot to people about the business until they come to me. So I'm sorry, Megan, I don't have a lot of insight on that. It's a really touchy subject.
Yeah, I think one of the things that has helped me, Meg, is just that the only reason that we have such an incredible opportunity is because of our products. So if we already believe in our products, which I know you do, and all of us do, you know, I think it's really easy to talk about and go towards the opportunity for people specifically who, you know, are well connected, who love people, who, you know, would be open to helping people change their lives, you know, some yellows, definitely the blues for like the social aspect of things. I mean, going at it in that way of like, and because I have the problem is sometimes that I've come across and that we've been learning about, like in that book we read, Over Your Damn Self, is just if we lead with the products and they say no, we have less wiggle room. Whereas if we lead with the opportunity, we can default to referrals in the products. But there's still, just because you're offering someone a sample doesn't mean that you know what I mean? You're still going to explore their other pains in life. You know what I mean? And you could always bring the opportunity up. Does that make sense?
Definitely. And then also when I get people that sign up for wholesale prices, I do, like, I'll talk with them obviously back and forth before they sign up. But once they sign up, I say, are you interested in trying to get your products paid for? And most people will say, yes, I am. And so that's when you just have them post on social media. And they don't need a story. They can tag you and have, like, hey, I just ordered these products. I can't wait to see what Plexus will do for me. It's helped my friend Kate lose weight, have better energy, and she's a better mom. Does anybody want to do it with me? And post a picture of herself or of the products if she has them in time. But a lot of people have actually been getting customers or ambassadors before their products are even arriving to them in the mail, because they are trying to take that step out. And I think that the more that we all do Plexus, the people that come to us and join us know that there is an opportunity for the business, because they know that we're continuing to do it. And we would not be in it this much farther and be doing all these fun trips that we get to go to and posting on Facebook if there was not an opportunity. And so people know that that's an option.
Yeah, for sure. Other questions, guys? Okay. Well, we will let you get back to your babies and get baths done. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. We're super excited for all of your success, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Kate. Have a good evening.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.